Alright guys, good evening. Okay, first of all I want to apologize for how we haven't been able to have any class for the past 3 classes now due to the light issue we are currently facing in this northeastern part of the country. Okay, but thank God now I believe I can. Let me make this simple video, right, so that at least at your leisure you can be able to watch it and then catch up. So let me make one thing clear. All right, once I discuss this here now in this video, there is no need for us to come and discuss it in the class later. Okay, in the later days when we have class, we won't discuss this topic, so I will advise you to save this video and then go through it, watch it carefully, and then grab what you need to grab. So let me quickly move on. So today what we are going to look at is we are going to look at forms of trading. Okay, we're going to look at forms of trading. All right, forms of trading. Okay, forms of trading. Okay, now looking at forms of trading, we have actually two types. We have one, the fundamental, and then two, we have technical. Okay, technical, even though the writing is not complete, I believe you should know it. One is fundamental and then two is technical trading. So this technical and fundamental means we have in trading we have a fundamental analysis and then we have a technical analysis. Okay, now let's quickly look at what is this fundamental trading, fundamental form of trading. It is also known as what? A news trading, right? Trading news, right? In this form of trading, you are analyzing the market with respect to news. Okay, with respect to news. Okay, we can see all this news, right, on CNN, Bloomberg, CNBC, and also you have apps like I've shown you one example of app I usually use, which is my FX book, you know, and there's one app, Daily FX, you know, and there are websites too. All right, even this my FX book, we have it on the website, which is myfxbook.com. You have forexfactory.com, you have dailyfx.com. all these are forms of where you can get like news source. These are all news source, right, where you can get your source for your fundamental analysis. By watching the report being released on this site, you can be able to analyze the direction of that particular of a particular currency for a moment. Okay, now there is one thing with this news trading, whether this news is positive or negative for a particular currency pair, right? Whether is positive, right? Whether is positive or is negative, right? Or negative. Whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. As a forex trader, you will be able to make money both ways. You will be able to place a trade both ways. It doesn't matter if the news is good or is bad. What do you do if the news is good for a particular currency pair? Let's say USD, for example. A news is being released for USD and the news came out positive for USD. What do? You long USD, which means what you're going to do is all USD XX. All right, what do I mean by this XX here? It means any other currency that the USD is the quote. All right, USD is the quote, and then the other currency is the forgive me please. When the USD, right, XXX, all right, when the USD is the base, right, and then that XX is caught, right, you long this pair, meaning you buy it, this particular pair. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, right? What I mean is, if for example a news came out for USD, right, let's say, and what you're trading is USD JPY, okay, is your currency pair that you're trading, right, and a news came out and that news is positive for USD, right, which means the news is good for USD. What do I mean by long USD? It means you buy USD. All right, now the reason, so assuming any other currency, now that is why I put that XXX here. Any currency that USD is the base and the other currency is the quote, you buy that particular currency pair, right? Any currency you see USD is the base, you buy it. Now in case of a currency that USD is the quote, example of such currency is Euro USD, right? And then you have GBP USD, right? What do you do with this kind of currency? Now you sell it, okay? You sell, because the news is good for USD. The news is good for USD. As such, since the news is good for USD, it means USD is going to appreciate, right? So which means you are going to need lesser USD. You are going to need small USD to get that particular currency pair. That is why you are shorting it. The news is good for USD. You sell any currency that USD is the quote. So in my later class, you might see, okay, if I say, let's say short, all right, short, let's say XXX USD. What do I mean by this XXX? Any currency that USD is the quote, right? Here USD is the quote, and then here XXX is the base. So any currency that USD is the quote, which means this XXX can be Euro, can be GBP, can be can be AUD, can be NZD, can any other currency, as you can see here, right? Here you can see that USD is caught here, USD is caught here, and then USD is caught here, USD is caught here, right? Now, and here you can see that USD is the base, USD is the base, USD is the base, right? And you have currency that are non-USD too, like, okay, you have Euro JPY, you have Euro CHF, right? But as you can see here, Euro is the base, here Euro is the base, and the other one Euro is the base. Okay, so what now, and this is it, right? Now what do I mean by you make money both ways? You make money both ways by, okay, if after the news, right, let's say you are trading GBP USD, right? You are trading GBP USD, and then the report is coming out for USD. All right, the report is for USD, okay, and now it came out negative, which means the news is bad, right? The news is bad for USD, it's bad. All right, now if this news is bad for USD, what do? You simply buy this pair, this particular pair, right? You buy GBP USD, or rather you buy any pair XXX USD. What does this mean now? XXX USD, any pair that USD is the quote, right? Any pair that USD is the quote. Let me make it clear again. XXX USD, All right, so what do I mean by this? Any pair that USD is the quote, USD is the second currency, okay, you buy it. And then any pair that now it's going to be USD XXX, right? USD XXX. Any pair that USD is the base, okay, you sell it. You sell it because USD is going to depreciate, right? It's going to depreciate, which means you need more USD. You need less of the quote pair to buy that, to buy USD. What's the example of that? Let's say USD Nigerian Naira, okay, USD Nigerian Naira, and the news came out bad for USD. Let me make it clear, okay, sorry. Let's say you have USD Nigerian Naira, okay. Now the news came out bad for USD. The news is bad for USD. For example, the report is bad for USD. Let's take the report, for example, unemployment rate, okay, unemployment rate, right? Let's say the previous, all right, let me just make this clear. Let me go to my, permit me to go to my FX book app. All right, let's go to the FX book app and then see previous report. Okay, it's loading. All right, so as you can see, there is no report today. Today is Sunday, there is no report. Yesterday it was Saturday. Oh shit. This way. All right, yeah, wow, already. All right, let's just use this for example, right? All right, let's take this GDP here for example. This is on Wednesday, right? This is going to happen on Wednesday, okay, which is 30th of October 2024. Now we have, for JPY, we have consumer confidence coming out, and then for USD you can see JPY here, which is, you can see this flag is Japanese flag, right? Japan flag, JPY. All right, we have their consumer confidence coming out, and then for USD we have ADP unemployment change. All right, then we have for the high now, which is USD, and then we have for USD again, which is GDP growth rates. All right, GDP growth rate. Now let's look at this GDP growth rate, right? Now this GDP growth rate, you can see that the previous here, all right, previous is 3.0%, which is the same thing as 3%. Okay, now we have the expectation here. It is expected that it will be 3.0%. again, that's the expectation. Now the actual is going to take place in 2 days, around 1:30 p.m. on 30th October. That's when the actual is going to, it's either going to be, let's say 3.0%, or maybe 4%, or 3 point something percent, or 2 point something percent. We don't know yet, but they are predicting that it's going to be the same thing with the previous. All right, it's going to be the same thing with the previous. As you can see, the previous here is 3%, and the expectation here is 3%. Okay, now what is going to happen if this thing came out less than, let's say for example, the report came out 2.9%, okay, 2.8%, sorry. Let's say the report came out 2.8%. now this is going to be red. All right, it's going to be red, which means it's bad for USD. Now what's going to happen to all the pairs that, let's say, USD Nigerian Naira, as I said earlier, assuming Nigerian economy is stable, that you can trade it in a forex market. Now this is what's going to happen, right? Let's say currently $1 is equivalent to 500 naira, for example. Okay, $1 is equivalent to 500 naira. Now what's going to happen is you are going to need less naira to buy dollar, which means you are looking at $1, you might buy it at 400, you might buy it at 300. You know, it will be your chart. All right, your chart will keep keep going down. Your chart will keep going down. All right, that's because the news is bad for USD. So what do I mean by sell XXUSD? Oh, sorry, sell USD XX when news is bad. It means any currency pair that USD is the base, you should sell it. Any pair that USD is the base, you should sell it. All right, and then any pair that XXXUSD, all right, you buy. All right, any pair that XXXUSD, which means USD is the code, you buy. USD XXX, you sell. All right, USD XXX, which means any pair that USD is the base, you sell. Pair that USD is the cut, you buy. All right, because here now you are going to need more USD because USD is depreciating. It means the reason why you are buying here is because you are going to need more dollar to get this particular pair, or this particular currency. Let's say AUD, for example, Australian, which is Australian dollar. You are going to need more of it in order to get USD. That is why you are buying it. Needing more USD means your current, that USD is depreciating. As a pure example of that is, okay, Nigerian naira. Why do you need more Nigerian naira to buy a small amount of dollar? Imagine you're buying $1 at 1,700 naira. Why? Is because naira is depreciating. All right, so the same thing is the same reason why here you are buying XXX USD pair. Okay, it's because dollar is depreciating. As such, you need higher amount of dollar to buy this other pair, which is termed at X. You don't know which. It can be AUD, it can be GBP, it can be Euro, it can be NZD, it can be Swiss, this currency, maybe Ghana cedis, it can be South African rand, it can be any currency. That is why it's termed X. Okay, so all right, so that's it for news. And what happened if this news, right, if this news came out positive? Okay, this GDP growth, like, right, you know what GDP is, right? Gross domestic product growth rate, gross domestic product. All right, gross domestic product. Okay, that's what GDP is. GDP stands for. So what happened if this thing come out, let's say 4.0%? all right, if it comes out like this, it means this particular news is good for USD. Right now, what's going to happen to USD? USD is going to appreciate with this particular report. It's going to appreciate. Now what will happen to XXX USD? Right, you sell. All right, and then USD, and then USD XXX you buy. Why? It's because here you are selling here because now, as we all know, USD is the cut here, which means this XX is always 1. So you need less. USD is appreciating, you need less USD, right? You need less USD to get this pair. Okay, since USD is appreciating, you need less USD to get this pair. that is why you are selling here. Now when you say buy here, all right, when you say buy in this situation, buy USD XXX, it means USD is the base here, which means you need more of this XXX in order to get USD, as we because USD has appreciated, okay, or is appreciating. You need more of this XXX to get 1 USD. All right, so that's it for fundamental analysis, or as some call it, news trading. Okay, but I can't call it the end of it. As we are going on with the classes, we'll be touching it small, but this is the more fundamental, like fundamental of fundamental trading. All right, it's funny saying it like it, but it's the beginning of it. All right, so thank you guys. Next video, it's going to be the second one, which is technical trading, which is technical analysis. All right, so stay tuned for it. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Rest. Bye.